now time for the GeoGeeks, our regular segment where we bring in a subject matter expert to tell us what's new and noteworthy in one of our ArcGIS products.
Which means it's the return of Alison O'Brien. She is an ArcGIS support consultant and our resident ArcGIS Pro GeoGeek. Welcome, Alison. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
We're excited to have you back, and I know that there's some big ArcGIS Pro news. So I'm excited to hear what you have to tell us about the latest version that's coming out. So thanks for getting us hyped up on that.
Yeah, so ArcGIS Pro 3.3 is out this month, and there's a lot of really great features that we've been playing with in beta to prepare for the release.
Yeah, it definitely seems like there's some pretty cool stuff. I know one of the main features that's been talked about for a while now, it's been teased at a couple different sessions until this release, are presentations in ArcGIS Pro. Have you had a chance to take a look at those, and can you tell us a little bit about what to expect?
Yeah, so presentations are really cool. So it's similar to PowerPoint slides, but with the ability to interact with maps. So basically, you can use maps, scenes, videos, and text to interactively present a GIS story. So this is a new document type that's stored inside of the Pro project. You have the ability to interactively present in full screen mode, and then your presentations can be shared as PDFs, images, or videos. So we really like this functionality because you can summarize information for, let's say, regular status meetings. You can compare scenarios to facilitate decision making, and you can easily present to non-GIS users. So you can tell any GIS story. I'll provide a couple use scenarios. So you can present analytical results to stakeholders. You can show a proposed urban development. So let's say you're a developer proposing a new condo development to a city. So you can use maps and scenes through the presentation to show how the building would interact with the surrounding area, from skyline changes to traffic impacts. With presentations, you can describe events with a stronger geographical component. And then after, you can export the presentations as a video for wider viewing.
Wow, that is so cool. And I know Maggie and I were really excited about presentations since we do a lot of presentations in our
Yeah.
jobs. So we'll be definitely leveraging this new function in 3.3. So that's going to be very, very cool. Now, another thing that I saw, something that's very highly anticipated, is this flood simulator. So can you give us a little more detail about what this is and how it can be used?
Yeah, so this is a very exciting new feature. So the flood simulator allows you to predict and plan for potential flooding events. It has a fast and interactive flood simulation and playback. So basically, you set up an area of interest, and then you configure things like the amount of rainfall. Then you can add additional variables like infiltration rates across that area of interest. You can compare quickly, like a what if scenario, to better understand what buildings or areas may be most affected in different rainfall scenarios. So you can even add in mitigation efforts like sandbag barriers to test how water would flow around them. So from these simulations, you can create videos and reports, and then analysis results to share with members from your team. So this is great for emergency response. And then lastly, what I wanted to add to this is that you don't need your own DEM to run this. So it uses the Esri 3D base maps for the surface. So anyone with an advanced license can use these tools.
Yeah, I'm really excited about the flood simulator. I took a little sneak peek at it, and it's really great that, if you just open up ArcGIS Pro, you can select an area, and you can simulate what a flood might look like or just any major rainfall event in an area without any extra data, which is fantastic because sometimes it's hard to find that stuff for your area. So I'm really excited about that one. Thanks for sharing. So we covered two of the bigger features that are coming with 3.3, but could you give us a little insight into maybe if there's some like smaller enhancements or features that you think deserve a little bit of love in this release as well?
Yeah, so one of the new geoprocessing tools is export attachments. So now you can easily access and extract the attachments from features. So these could be local features or hosted features. Previously, this was possible with some coding, but now it's really nice we have an out of the box tool to complete this. So the next thing I wanted to bring up was that you can add a PDF directly to your map as a raster layer. There's no need to duplicate the data and store it as a TIFF. You can simply drag and drop the PDF into your map and then georeference the image if needed. And then lastly, you can now apply weather to global scenes. So this is really cool. You can add cloud coverage, rain, snow, or fog. So this is used to like enhance your scenes and add additional realism. So this is a great complement to the flood simulator, which is really cool.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to turn on the rain function for any Vancouver demo.
Yeah.
Just the way it is. How sad is that? But that sounds really, really cool. So that's amazing to know that it's being added into the latest release of Pro. So very excited. Just one more little thing for anyone who's looking to update. Is there anything that they should know about the software before they do?
Yeah, so this is a minor release that provides new functionality but no breaking change. So your ArcGIS Pro 3.x projects are compatible and your 3.x add-ins will work. So another thing to note is that your 3.x projects and add-ins are not backwards compatible with ArcGIS Pro 2.x versions. So that's something just to remind yourself. And then to ensure the latest security and performance improvements, ArcGIS Pro 3.3 moves to the Microsoft .NET 8 framework. So you'll need to install .NET 8 before installing ArcGIS Pro 3.3.
Boy, I better check to make sure I have that. So that is really good advice. And man, there's so many exciting things coming up with ArcGIS Pro. It just keeps getting better. So Allison, we really appreciate you taking a few minutes to give us the highlights of what's new in ArcGIS Pro, and can't wait to have you again on the podcast soon.
Thanks for having me.
That was Alison O'Brien. She is an ArcGIS support consultant with ArcGIS Support Services at Esri Canada. And as always, she is joining us from her home in Ottawa.